What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have another quick tip where I'm going to show you guys an in-depth guide on how to sand your bowling ball at home or at the bowling alley. So if you guys like these quick tips and you'd like to see more of these in the future, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And then if you'd like to order anything seen in this video, there's going to be links down below in the description where you can order it. It is the absolute best way to help support the channel. So when I do these surface review videos, they're starting to get a little bit too long for my liking. So I'm going to use this video here as a guide to show you A, how to surface your bowling ball at home, and B, why you would want to surface your bowling ball in the first place. So here we have a Rotogrip Idle Synergy that has the out-of-box finish, which is 1500 grit polish, and has several games on it. This is my buddy Chris's, who's in the background. And I'm going to show you guys, again, why you would want to sand the bowling ball and how you do it. So why you would want to sand the bowling ball. A lot of times, or every time you throw the ball down the lane, they pick up oil and dirt and the ball becomes dirty. And as more oil and dirt get on the surface of the bowling ball, it's going to deteriorate the performance of the bowling ball. It's not going to roll like it did before. So another reason why you would want to surface your bowling ball is if you don't like the ball reaction that you're getting. So just because you're not liking the ball reaction that you're getting with the out-of-box finish doesn't mean that the ball's bad or that you should get rid of it. The out-of-box finish is not an end-all be-all. So here I'm going to show you guys how to go from a 1500 grit polish finish to a 1500 without the polish finish using my CTD True Cut pad here. So the very first thing that I like to do is I make sure that the finger grips are facing forwards or up. And the reason I do that is so that I can have a guide. So I'm going to take this Wow Factor ball cleaner and I'm going to spray the pad and I'm going to spray the bowling ball. I do that to preserve the life of the pads because if they're wet, they will last a lot longer than if they're dry. So I'm going to do tiny little circles here around the ball. And then as far as pressure goes, guys, pretend that you're giving like your grandparent a massage. You definitely want to be a little firm, but not too firm. You know what I mean? All right. So now we got this side nice and done. Now I'm going to flip it 180 degrees and put the grips down. And then basically what we're doing here is just repeating the process. Now, if you're trying to figure out what surface is right for you, you got to keep in mind that the lower the number, the more surface you're putting on the bowling ball, and the higher the number, the less surface you're putting on the bowling ball. So the pads go all the way down to 360 and as high as the P5000D pad from True Cut. And so if you're using a 360 pad, that is a lot of surface. It's going to make the ball be very, very early, be very, very smooth, and it's not going to produce a whole lot of down lane motion. And then the complete opposite. If you go to a 4000 pad or that 5000 pad, it's going to be very similar to polish, where the ball's going to be very, very clean through the front and create way more shape down lane. So now I'm going to take the grips back up and I'm going to flip it halfway this way. So now I have the Idle logo up. And again, just repeating the process. So one reason that I like changing the surface of my bowling ball, even before I throw it, is because the out-of-box finish that comes from the factory is impossible to repeat, guys, because they're using these giant machines, waterfalls of water to do these surfaces, and I just don't have that machinery. So I will usually redo the surface even before I throw the ball, just to make sure that I can repeat it at home. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over 180 degrees one more time, and I'm going to do it again. So now after we're done here, I'm going to wipe all the excess dust off the ball, and you're going to see how this ball went from nice and shiny to not very shiny at all. And one thing I always tell people, guys, is that don't be afraid to change the surface of the bowling ball. It is the #1 way to change the ball reaction that you're getting. A lot of times people will buy a ball like this Idle Synergy, for example. They don't like the ball motion they're getting. They don't match up with it. And then they want to plug and re-drill the ball, move the pin a ½ inch or whatever the case may be. And, you know, you can do that, sure, but what's actually touching the lane is the cover of the bowling ball. So before you sell the ball, before you plug and re-drill it, changing the surface of the bowling ball is the absolute best way to do that. And for one, it's a cheaper way, because a plug and re-drill usually run you 30, 40 bucks. And if you sell the bowling ball, you bought it for 200, you sold it for 100, you just lost 100 bucks. One of these pads usually runs around $5 to $6, and it'd be a very cheap way to make you go from not liking a bowling ball to loving a bowling ball. So here you go, here's the Idol Synergy. Went from 1500 polish to now just a 1500 matte finish. So guys, if you guys like this video and you want to see more like this in the future, just let me know down below in the comments, and let me know in the comments what your favorite surface prep is. For me lately, it has been 2000. I have been loving everything at 2000. Just right now, I'm in love with 2000. Let me know what your favorite is. Click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Till next time.